And we are back. The start of the best of 5 rounds on the road to EURC qualification. And next up, Liverpool facing off against Waterford IT Vikings. We have the UK versus Ireland. And Liverpool, they're coming into this as a team with something to prove after just about not qualifying last week. My name's RW Drain. I'm still joined by E-Jammers on the casting desk. And Jammers, I feel like you know a little bit about the Waterford team. Why don't you start us off with them?
Well, I do know a lot about this Waterford team. I have been looking forward to seeing them play against the best for so long. When they play against other ice teams, they tend to absolutely dominate them. They normally spend 99% of the game in the air going for clips. So it's going to be interesting now to see how they do against a side such as Liverpool, who are quite good. So this will be a bit of a change of pace for this Waterford side. We'll see how they do. I play a lot with D-Comp and Solo. You know, they're very good for just hopping on, just playing a few games with me. They're both extremely good players. Solo is on a scholarship here in Ireland. He's the only player in the country, actually, who has an esports scholarship for Rocket League. And he does deserve it, in fairness. D-Comp, just under him, great all-around player as well. Very good in the air. And Flip, who was on the C team last year. He joined the season midway through. Solo put him onto the C team without asking what his rank was. Then they found out his rank and he was moved up to this A team. So this is the first time Waterford will be playing with their full strength roster against a team that will start to give them trouble. So it'll be interesting to see now how Waterford actually sweat this game rather than just go for clips like they normally do.
And welcome to full strength Liverpool side. Wombo John fixing things up with the team after a few problems earlier along. And Rowe coming back into the side for after last week taking a break. Look at that. We are starting off strong for Liverpool as he finds the way through for a 1-goal lead. But 5 games could be ahead of us. If anything, last week showed us that we could have quite a few 5 games ahead of us. But at the moment, these two teams won't be worrying about the pressure that Champions Field holds. They'll more be thinking, let's just finish this off in the first few games. D-Comp sends it out. Wombo John out to the side where Rowe is. He's the one going for the clips now, taking it into an air draw, trying to drop it down. Can't as Flip comes through. Finds clearance out into the middle. Rista to the wall. Second and third touches coming through as Wombo John tries to put it into the centre. Rowe is there, taking it slow. 2 touches. Top shelf. And Liverpool make it 2-0.
Yeah, Liverpool here straight on the offense there. Flip unlucky to miss that. Solo not able to get back in time, but Rowe really causing a lot of issues on this Waterford defence. I was mentioning how this is Waterford's first game of this year actually, against an opposition in a tournament that's the same level as them. Of course, over in the NSE you have so many high level teams, so many different leagues. in Ice, the Irish team, just to put a bit of a background on that, it's just the one division in which every team plays in. As again, another goal dropping in there, and Liverpool really looking to make the statement in this game. One uncharacteristically mistake from Solo there, not able to find the boom up the pitch, Flip unable to reach it in the end there, as we saw. But right now, I think this will be a test of Waterford, and I feel like it could potentially take them a game or two to settle in. They're not looking like their usual selves. However, I have not seen Liverpool play before. I've heard some great things about them. I know this is a side that are quite strong. So it'll be interesting now to see if Waterford can do anything. As a coming through, that would have been a great play there. But Decomp and Stoller now maybe looking to find the goal for themselves. I was unable to. And
like you said, Watford do have quite a bit of quality, so... But, like you also said, first time playing as a team, and they might not be as used to facing up against tougher opposition as... I think we talked about this just before. Ice have some phenomenal teams. I mean, we saw TUD put up a magnificent fight in Society Showdown, but there might not be the depth that NSE has, and when you hit up, when you look at teams like Liverpool, they might not be high up on the table, but they are still a phenomenal side to have to come up against. And I think at the moment, I do also agree with you. I think this might be a little bit of a shock to the system for Waterford. It might be a little bit of a, whoa, okay, whoa, like jumping into ice cold water. For a moment, you're sort of hit with a shock, but if you get your breathing right, if you calm down and relax, you start to float on the surface as opposed to sort of start struggling around. This could be Waterford's game of, all right, we hit the water, let's get everything right, let's calm it down, and let's start playing our way. But at the moment, it's Liverpool making the most of the situation they're getting put in and making it 5.
Yeah, as you said, they were in the ice water for a few weeks now. We're currently in our week, going into week 5 on Tuesday, and they've yet to play an opposition that could match them. I know they were texting. I was texting them earlier. They have been scrimming 1,800 teams the last 2 or 3 days, but in terms of a tournament sense, and I think having the game on stream adds a little bit more pressure as well, especially that this Waterford side is full of great personalities that just love to play on stream and they love to get clips. However, right now it feels like they could be on the receiving end of a few, as again this Liverpool team so aggressive, so quick, and making it 6 goals in under 3 minutes. And Waterford right now, this is going to be a big shock to the system, but I think that game 2 will maybe reflect better on what this team is truly capable of. They are able to adapt quickly. They did give our 2 finalist teams, TUD and NUIG, some close games last year. And if there's anyone that can do it, Solo, who almost scored, second time of asking, he does. Solo is a phenomenal player. He really does put this Waterford team on his back at times. Decomp and Flip also capable of doing the same. But if there is a game, if there is a series for Solo to really prove just how good he is, this is the one.
Started off well there with a great solo play to bring the first goal of the series. It won't be the perfect shutout for this first game. It's Rowe taking it upwards towards the ceiling. Solo have to clear it out. Gets a second touch very quickly to steer it clear of any Liverpool players. Solo bringing it forward into the air dribble. It's another touch, looking for the continued air dribble. Seemed to fake out the Liverpool side with the fake flip reset. Just watching this play again. There we go. Look at it. It's the perfect position to go for a flip reset. But instead he just gives it a little touch with an air roll and lets it bounce into the net.
Yeah, and if I was Liverpool right now, they've obviously never played this Waterford side before. They wouldn't really know about this whole thing, about Solo coming online. But when Solo comes online, you will see him do some absolutely spectacular things. But Liverpool clearly dominating this game 1. But it's nice to see Waterford aren't going out without a fight, showing this Liverpool side, look, we can score goals. You can score a 7 on it, sure, all we want. They're not going to get Brazil. There is a Barcelona option still on the table if they score another goal, this Liverpool side. But right now, I feel like this game 2 is going to be a lot closer, and I really think, I can't stop saying it's really going to be when the game opens up for these two sides. But Liverpool letting Waterford know that they're not to be taken lightly. We're not like those other ice teams you have played against so far in your group stage matches. This will be a lot more similar to what they'll be experiencing in Waterford when it comes to the knockout stages of ice.
Able to bring it forward to the back line. Liverpool, will they